What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. With the start of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament and a pretty good Monday Night Raw behind us, what did you think about the show, Matthew?
I think it was honestly the best Raw that we've seen. I think in 2023, not gonna lie. It was
Absolutely.
phenomenal. And the way they opened it up after especially Backlash too, the way that Cody Rhodes came out, the crowd was behind him. Nonetheless, the crowd ended up sucking later on in the night, but they were so behind Cody Rhodes, right? Victory over Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, actually. All right, now this is where everything gets interesting. Seth Rollins, who has a match next with Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura. This is what is it, the first round of the World Heavyweight Championship?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah. So Rollins, of course, the winner. Okay. Didn't expect anything like that, but this was a phenomenal matchup between Shinsuke and Damian. And Damian, he's just showing me he's soon to be, we're not going to give it this time around, but I say world champion in the next few years.
Absolutely. Main event scene on the rise for him. Really showed out in tonight's match, and I see big things in his future.
I do too. I do too. I hope they don't, lose the ball on him quickly like they did with Baron Corbin, but that's a whole nother video. So the way that they've been booking Raw is interesting when it comes to Chad Gable, right? So 2 weeks ago, Mustafa Ali, who defeated Gable, now has a 2-0 against Alpha Academy by defeating Otis, right? I don't know what to think about Ali and his new gimmick. I'm not feeling it, but he took the W over Otis. And you know what? It was a smooth sail throughout. And I don't think I don't mind this feud, but there's just something lacking.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I could see this turning into a feud between Otis and Chad Gable
I
down
do
the
too.
line with Maxine Dupree getting involved.
Yep.
You know what? At least Mustafa Ali's picking up wins. Like you said, I'm not too much behind his new gimmick, but at least he's picking up wins and getting
Mm.
some spotlight on Monday Night Raw.
No, I know. I can't complain about that. You know, I really can't, but I just wish they got something a little bit better. But nonetheless, moving forward, World Heavyweight. I think it was a second round for the World Heavyweight Championship. I love how they're doing it. All the Raw stars face off tonight, and all SmackDown stars face off on SmackDown. So we don't have this week's Raw, next week's Raw. I just love the way that they're doing this. Like, let's get right to the bottom of it. Okay, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, The Miz. This is what everybody expected, right? Everybody expected Seth Rollins, or excuse me, that's later in the main event. Everybody expected Cody Rhodes to take the win. I didn't see it coming. Then Twitter was blowing up. Here comes Brock. Here comes Brock. Brock Lesnar comes out and just destroys Cody Rhodes. And you know what? I think this is the perfect booking, especially heading towards what's our next pay-per-view? Night of Champions, right?
Yes, on May 27th.
The way that Brock Lesnar asked Cody Rhodes to it, it was hilarious, but it was badass.
Oh, absolutely.
Badass.
People were saying that they thought he forgot his lines. I thought Brock was absolutely hilarious.
Mm.
Nobody does it like the Beast Man, and I think Cody Rhodes is going to have some interesting
Yeah.
challenges coming up at Night of Champions coming
But
up.
you know what? For this matchup, Finn Balor taking the W was the right call. Miz eating the pin, but I don't know. I really am curious, and also the way that it contradicted out tonight. Finn Balor takes on Seth Rollins for the Raw final of the World Championship tournament. So that match I couldn't wait for. Nonetheless, we'll get to that soon. Next is Dana Brooke, right? So she's a SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't understand why they're keeping her as SmackDown. Just trade titles. You know what I mean? Like just give her the Raw and give Bianca the SmackDown. But
Yeah, I'm
nonetheless.
hoping they make this swap at the next pay per
uh,
view, but we'll have to wait.
Nonetheless, we saw her at least, and she didn't look bad. Dana Brooke, what are they doing with Dana Brooke taking on Rhea Ripley? Just some kind of filler, I guess. Just watched her. But you know what? I did say something on Twitter. Give Dana Brooke the women's championship and just see how it goes. You know what I
Oh
mean?
boy, that would be a certain twist for sure. You know what? She's a pretty good wrestler. I know people give her a lot of flack and a lot of she's
Mm,
not ready for the big time, but whoever they put her in with, she does her best to work with them. You know, Rhea
mm.
Ripley's a bruiser, man, and she held her own tonight. So I'd like to see her move up the card for sure.
Especially defeating Dana Brooke. But after this, it was actually Natalia who came to the ring staring down Rhea Ripley. So could this be Rhea's next opponent? I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? I think somebody else could be deserving of it. But if it's one more run, maybe for Natalia, like that would be cool, and then kind of send her on her ways.
I guess so, man. She's definitely had
Yeah.
a Hall of Fame career. One more
I
title
just,
reign could do well for her, but I
yeah,
don't
she,
think
she
anybody
needs
really
something. And
wants
I'm
to
just not,
see
I'm just
this.
not feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So tag team match, the women's division has been phenomenal as of the past 3 hours that we saw on television tonight on Raw. What we saw next, crazy tag team match nonetheless. Imperium versus Owens and Sami Zayn. I think this is something Imperium needed, especially coming up on Monday Night Raw. Giovanni Vinci, Ludwig Kaiser, they made a name for themselves, especially, taking an L to Owens and Sami Zayn. But I'm happy we saw Owens and Zayn. They didn't defend the titles tonight, but I was happy to see them together kind of hash it out. So nothing crazy with the bloodline entailed tonight. So we'll wait and see what happens. So hopefully they kind of let it ran its course and we don't really see it anymore. I think the bloodline and the that feud is just taking its toll.
Absolutely. You know what? I hope
Oh,
they run back this potential rivalry between Imperium and
mm.
tag team champions. I love this match. It was a great back and forth, and I hope to see it again in the future.
Now coming off that, I loved this segment, right?
Yes, sir.
So we ended up getting Nikki Cross versus Zoe Stark, but earlier in the night, Zoe Stark went up to Nikki Cross, kind of making fun of her. But the way that Zoe sold it was it was almost too perfect. And it made me want to see her excel on Raw. And it's very rare to see women do that.
Oh, dude, she's got big things. Like you said, I knew she was a big name coming up, but the way she interacted
Yep.
with Nikki Cross tonight
Oh,
really made her stamp on Monday Night Raw, and I see her as a future title challenger.
and I was expecting a loss with Nikki Cross, and of course that's what happens. Always start taking the W was the right call, but Nikki Cross made her look good doing so. And you know what? I think taps off to Nikki Cross, and this kind of equalizes on both women. One lady isn't looking less than the other.
Absolutely. I just love tonight's show, man. It was a great balance of backstage segments and hard-hitting action, so you got to love it.
I loved it until next off. Trish Stratus, her
Oh,
promo with Becky Lynch's posters posted all around throughout the night.
she was missing. I
Basically,
guess she's found now, right?
like I don't know. I don't like what they're doing with it. Trish Stratus basically talking crap about Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch ends up coming out after Trish Stratus pretends to hit her entrance once. Becky Lynch comes out finally and looks to beat Trish's ass. I guess they're just gonna hash it out at maybe Night of Champions or Money in the Bank. But no, just not feeling it. But Becky Lynch certainly felt special tonight.
Absolutely. It was great to see her back. And this rivalry, I kind of like it. It's two future Hall of Famers coming in, making a name for themselves. And you know what? I don't know who I really want to win for that match, but I think
Yeah.
it'll be a good one nevertheless.
No, I know. I'm in the same ballpark as you. I really am. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to take Becky over it, but we'll wait and see what they end up doing with it. Next up, I'll say there was a lot of wrestling tonight. Okay, there was a lot of wrestling tonight, and this is something we haven't seen in quite some time. So Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio backstage confrontation between Woods and Dominic. I'm feeling it. I'm digging Dominic and Xavier Woods, part of the New Day. I don't know, whatever. They can do whatever they want and not have to be together, and I'll still love them as a tag team. But Mysterio looked good in this, even defeating Woods. A little help from Rhea Ripley, but I think this definitely helped elevate Dominic Mysterio. Gave Xavier Woods some time on television.
Moving right along, Matthew, we jumped right into our main event of the night with some history on the line for this one. We jumped to the semifinal match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor for that World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, the tournament semifinals, dude, and these two, it's like music to my ears. We haven't seen them face each other on Raw in maybe what has it been, a year, 2 years, and they would put on bangers every single night.
Banger
Oh,
after
I
banger
loved
after
it.
banger. It
I
was
was I
awesome.
was just so happy watching this match nonetheless. Didn't expect Rollins to take an L. You know what I mean? How's Rollins gonna take an L? I mean, Cody's out of it, so the runner up is gotta be Seth Rollins. Finn Balor made him look good. Finn Balor cut open his mouth a little bit and then ate a stomp from Seth Rollins. Didn't really expect him to take the W with any type of coup de grace nonetheless, but I think Seth is the favorite to win the title, the world championship in Jeddah, and I hope so. But hopefully, with that theory side of things, he's hopefully gonna end up probably feuding with Bobby Lashley. I think, but I don't know. But if it were somebody, Theory would be cool. But he's the United States champion, so we'll keep him out of it. But nonetheless, a good show, dude, huh?
Absolutely. I love tonight's show. Like I said, it was just a great mix of segments and just hard hitting wrestling action. Everything that you want
Mm.
to see as a wrestling fan. You know what? This World Heavyweight Tournament, it's got me all excited, and I'm excited to see who
It
our
feels
champion's going to
special.
be.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels special. You know what I mean? It makes the championship very relevant.
Seth Rollins, he's my winner, man. I'm rolling with
I
him
think
all the
so.
way through the tournament.
I think so.
Well, guys, let us know what you thought about tonight's show. Always like, comment, subscribe. Let us know who you think the new champion's going to be. And we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out.
Good night.
This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.